G'day friends and fans, welcome to another Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood Arcade, Power Games and Into the Owl's Mound. Before I begin, I'd like to thank the patrons and other supporters who help make this channel possible. You can join them here at the link tree, and of course, could you take a moment to please share the video out? It helps break the algorithms that control what you watch. Of course, it's not a pleasant, you could just please share out the video. Just, whoops, here we go. Yeah, trying to post the video out and it's not working. All right. Oh, here we go. Noticed lately with X, half the time you go to post something and it's missing the preview. It's like so annoying. It's just come on. X has been rather annoying today. And somebody's going to post and say, when isn't it? And yeah, that's a problem in it, is that it's always been an unstable platform, hasn't it, really? Let's be honest. It's always been an unstable platform. I've rarely gone a day by without some problem on X. Same with YouTube. Mostly though, with YouTube, it's the obligatory videos that don't load, or the videos slow loading, because they're cracking down on the ad blockers, aren't they? Of course, for me, I shouldn't really want you to block ads, but since ad revenue doesn't exist for me on YouTube, it doesn't bother me right now. It wouldn't bother me if, I suppose, bother me on Rumble if ad revenue there was also. I'm more likely to make money on Rumble, though, or X, than I am before on YouTube. I shouldn't complain. I'm trying not to. Now, of course, I'm delaying to see, hopefully more people join us, as I see more people are joining us on Twitch. Rumble. Hey, got a couple of say hi, live chat, monitoring right now. Trying to get. I'm in the new studio. I'm trying to get used to it. All right, what we have is the bundle of holding. And the first offering today is Unknown Armies. Oh, this is a tabletop postmodern occult game of intrigue and furious action. Unknown Armies, 3rd edition, starter collection, $7.95, excellent price. And of course, level up, beat the threshold price of $20.79, and you also get the entire complete collection, 12 more titles worth an additional $64. bargain. The first 5 titles in the starter edition cost you $35 if you bought at retail. Now this also, you remember with bundle of holding, you're supporting the charity. This is going to the American Red Cross. Pay the minimum and you get Unknown Enemies, 3rd edition, Book 1, Play. This is the occult modern-day RPG, broken people conspiring to fix the world. Unknown Armies represents magic in the world as it might exist in the world. That should be formed, not informed, by crime fiction and secret histories, twisted wrinkles in reality created by greater and greater risk, sacrifice, and obsession. As the player, you're confronted by the consequences of your actions and challenged by the threat of a world shaped by the will of those who want something more than you do. It's original, yet a disturbing approach to mystery and action. Book 1, Players for Players, details all the rules, shock gauge mechanics, magic for adept avatars, and a way to avoid fights. This was a successful March or Kickstarter, and it's available at the Atlas Games website. And this also contains Marian Free Prize. This is an introduction to Unknown Armies, a scenario of occult weirdness. Maria von Helsing has gone missing. If she's not found, all hell will break loose. And I think they mean literally. And Book 1 comes with background audio for setting the scene. You have upsetting anomalies, a collection of music actually, upsetting anomalies, unnatural artistry, and uncanny acuity. Now, the complete collection, which I recommend, contains books 2 to 5. Run. This is the Game Master's Guide, the guide to darkness and the light that shows them the way out. Create new creatures and antagonists, draw on the rich and disturbingly familiar world of the occult underground. Book 3, Reveal, is the Book of the Weird, revealing horrible truths that we don't want to see. Uncanny mysteries, unrepentant horrors, unnatural pleasures, what you do with these revelations is up to you. Book 4, Expose. New rules, new ideas, new insights to the world of the Unknown Armies from the game designer Greg Stoltz. Now, he also has chapters on reviews, adjacent film and literature, and shared realities throughout Unknown Armies. Book 5, Mine. Miscellany materials, old and new, 8 new magic schools, 9 archetypes, details about other spaces, antagonists, and potential allies, rituals, and artifacts, and the occult of the cruel ones. Sounds like you went to a ditty party. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. Allegedly went to a ditty party. Bring Me Saint Germain. In 2003, the universe got written, and the Comte de Saint Germain, arguably the most important human to ever exist, the one and future Escalon of the invisible clergy, got his brain scrambled. Now you have to retrieve a huge stone religious bust in which some of his memories are locked up. Now the head was dug up and stuck in a museum in Quebec. Now there's at least 2 different groups. It's basically a 3-part series adventure. And you have 7 unknown campaign kits, bringing you the Derby Girls, Destroy DC. Roller Daily Champs believe, rightly or wrongly, that reptoids have infiltrated the corridors of power. They seek to uncover the truth, root out the reptoid menace, smash their opposition in roller derby matches. Heroin Highway members and allies of a recovery group in Massachusetts learn about the occult connections between events in their town and the lives and deaths of those who live in it. Karmic ties and fifth wheels. The black sheep of a large extended family in rural Wisconsin, brought together for a family reunion at the behest of the matriarch Maple Adams, discover old secrets, occult mysteries that lie at the heart of everything the family has done over generations. Raiders of the Lost Mark. Night shift employees at a bulk discount superstore form a cabal out of necessity. The store shelves occasionally manifest dangerous occult artifacts. Their investigations reveals the magical truths of the superstore's nature. Sacred Farmer, disenfranchised, deserted, and betrayed by the American healthcare system, yet determined to fight the system of Big Pharma that refuses to help others. Refuses to help them. These reality bruisers perform strange body magics to find mystical solutions to their physical problems. Violence inherent in the system, young people grown to believe that in an abstract yet real force that embodies systematic oppression and violence. Their efforts to find and understand this force shifts activities to a cosmic level. Young practicals, upstarts in the occult underground, each guilty of past horrible deeds, or a past horrible deed, aspire to be in the circle of the magical community. Trying not to say anything about Denny. Now, to avoid a fate much worse than death, they must confront their past and fight for the future. US $9.99 value, which you pay $7.95 for the starter pack. 18 tracks of action material, background, level up, and complete the set. Wind Frontiers. From October 2022, the Cthulhu-inspired Weird West tabletop RPG. Now, if you thought the last one was a bargain at $7.95, this one's $5.95 with the for just $5.95 you get 3 titles of the revived starter collection, value of $23, all for DRM3, including the massive 900-page Weird Frontiers core book, trail map, and Weird Frontiers Judge Screen. Beat the threshold price of only $17.99. You level up and get the entire bonus collection of 5 full-length Weird Frontiers modules, each worth total value of $50. Pay the minimum and get the core rulebook. Weird Frontiers core rulebook includes the trail map. The Wild West has gotten plumb weird since 1865, when the 7 days of night brought an evil thicker than the darkest molasses that would make the devil blush. A cabal of Naral Athop cultists have entrusted with the Necronomicon, headed to Mexico to awaken the older gods and bring an end to all things. Diddy parties, right? Yeah. Now, a posse of Texas Rangers led by a Knight Templar discovered the cabal in ceremony and cut them down. However, the older gods were prevented from entering our realm, some lesser things came through, including an entropic energy known as the Taint that's forever twisted the world and its inhabitants. Like creature fighting a sickness, Earth responded by activating long dormant ley lines, brimming with arcane energies. These ley lines, at random, kissing common folk with supernatural abilities, have forever changed their lives, for the better or worse. You and your posse of such heroes fighting an ever-growing evil in the wounded world, still recovering from the bloodiest war in American history. To date. The Weird West is a standalone, so it's influenced by Lovecraft and folklore. Complete rule set, compatible with Dungeon Crawl RPG. Weird Frontiers Judge Screen. Useful charts and tables and rules for Weird Frontiers. Bits of information for every game. Critical hits, fumbles, fears, madness, grit, hexes, boons, weapon stats, gunsmithing, and more. Level up, beat the threshold price, and get 5 Weird Frontier modules. Never swallow the worm. 48-page, level 1 adventure. The posse rides hard on the dusty trail to put down a gang of roughnecks, then on conquering Elder Devotry. But let's play that even the best laid plans go off the rails, and the real Devotry is riding towards a domes with a thirst for a hooch and a curse that might spell the beginning of the end. Not so fast, Billy Ray. A 31-page level 2 adventure. Everybody knows old Billy Ray, but he's now missing. Powerful magical disruption is drawing arcane researchers to the sleepy town of Ogra, Nebraska. Perhaps you're a friend of the civil man, maybe he owes you money, or you're a magical sensitive lured by the dreams of power. Whatever the reason, Obloga calls and you aim to answer. Dig 3 Graves, a level 2 to 3 adventure, and pits the characters against the impossible odds and the secret society ripped from actual history. To triumph, characters have to rely far more on just fast draw and incarnations. When the hoofbeats thunder and the skies darken, it's long past to sort the quick from the dead. The Malevolent 7, a level 3 adventure where nightmares foretells their deaths. The PCs race against time to reduce the power of the Malevolent 7. Questioning locals, confronting ancient mysteries, even beseeching near-forgotten gods. Trailhands propel for one hell of a showdown. Nest the Snakes, level 3 adventure. A debased family of French aristocracy lives in a dilapidated plantation manor in the Louisiana swamps. The family's depraved occult activities and their long isolation has transformed them into deadly opponents. The family estate harbors both terrors and treasures for the party to survive their serpent's nest. Next we have The Fate of Cthulhu, a horror tabletop role-playing game from Evil Hat. Just checking the chat. See, we've got a couple of viewers. Say hi. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're there. Please. All right. I shall continue. The Fate of Cthulhu. $14.95 gets you the entire collection. One price. All DRM free. The Fate of Cthulhu. Core rulebook. The stars are right. I'll take you in the wrong directions. It's a standalone Fate core game. The great old ones have reached out from the future into the present, corrupting our timeline. Such events and individuals work for their inevitable rise. A small and battle-resistant effort mounted by time travelers and present-day heroes stand in their way. You're one of these one-way travelers from a dark future and their crucial allies from the present day working to save the human race from the looming apocalypse. Armed with the foreknowledge of Judgment Day, you undertake missions aimed at restoring hope. You have corruption mechanics, rituals, spells, a system for tracking timelines. Pardon me. Modified stress and concession rules, heroic last stands, with 5 example timelines with rules for making your own. Can you defeat the unknowable? And we have 9 more timelines. The Axiom conspiracy. Trade elder gods for an insidious alien invasion spanning almost a century. Resistance agents seek to disrupt 4 critical events with the ultimate goal of preventing first contact in 1932. But did the resistance succeed in unearthing the century-old Axiom machinations, or are you walking into a trap? Rise of Azeroth. The universe and everything in it is but a momentary dream of Azeroth, the sleeping god. The great ancient ones, aware of their status as figments in the dreams of an alien god, take measures to ensure their continued existence by keeping Azeroth asleep. Rise of the Basilisk. The Basilisk is any idea dangerous to the beholder. The Basilisk, called Godthink, subsumes in beholder entity a way of thinking, a worldview, a community mind so aligned and connected as to become a single gestalt force. The basilisk will consume everything. Prepare to slow the ideas spread and give resistance better tools for fighting indoctrination. Close the public schools. Rise of Hester. Oh, please lighten up. All right, Cassandra, the blue flame of Hades, battles the unspeakable one in an effort to save the planet from Hester's all-consuming mantle of darkness. But the world is shattered and swallowed. Beat back oily waters and save the world from the alien pull of the Black Star. Rise of the Quiet. You must prevent a looming, self-inflicted apocalypse that wipes out most humanity in a misguided attempt to achieve world peace. Whatever the Quiet is, it turns victims into selfless, courageous, deeply compassionate heroes until November 2030, when everybody starts dying. Rise of Cthulhu. Humanity has become cattle, and there's nowhere to hide. The shepherds are merciless, feasting grocery of those who resist and carrying others into submission, travel in the past and stop the events that led to the fall of humanity from unfolding. But time travelers, beware. The frog god is devious and could be feeding the resistance thirst for Eldrid's knowledge to accelerate the fall and his arrival. The rise of Yig. During the surprise eclipse, Yig, the father of serpents, awoke. Secret organizations such as the Center for Defense Against Elder Threats from the UN, the Shimilian, and the Dark Light Net has contingency plans for the Great Old Ones, but never accounted for the Yig because it was never considered a lesser threat by the Old Ones. They were wrong. Rise of Yog Soloth. Face the Evermore effect. A hope-killing plague spawned by a god that lives outside time and space. Fortunately, the cult and historical teams here in 2050 developed time travel rituals and sent many teams like yours back to nip these apocalypses in the bud. The nature of cause and effect has obscured how many times this has happened, but evidence suggests the teams have already prevented apocalypse by the Cthulhu, Dagon, Hester, Nathrorip, Hester again, and the big robot and the king in yellow. It's a great system. But, of course, there's only a slight possibility of horrific eldritch corruption. Of course, everybody's favorite, the zombie apocalypse. Yes, in a sterile office building, secret society of privileged technocrats. Microsoft. Yeah. Plan the end of the world via PowerPoint. Microsoft. And in their proposed future, they unleash a plague of the hungry dead into an unprepared world. As a member of the Crocodile Club, you fight the cruel imperialists of the mission Civil Kratos as they travel world hunting folklore monsters. They travel the world hunting folkloric monsters, stealing magical traditions to empower their zombie servants, laborers, and experiments. To what lengths will you go to prevent a shambling future? So, the fate of Cthulhu from Evil Hat. 9 terrifying future timelines. and the core book for one low price. Next, we have Kenneth Haight's Cthulhu. Lovecraftian ebooks by the Trail of Cthulhu designer himself, Kenneth Haight. One single price, $14.95, gets you the entire collection. Love tentacles? You'll love this collection. Tour the Lovecraft, the Tales expanding on the 2020 expanded edition companion to Cthulhu Works. Kenneth takes you on a tour of H.P. Lovecraft's Tales of Cosmic Terror and Wonder in this expanded edition. Provides an ideal companion to the works of the greatest 20th century horror writer Kenneth Haight. Turns his game gaze to Lovecraft, one of the greatest horror writers of all time. Tour to Lovecraft destinations. You have expanding on his Lost in Lovecraft column in Weird Tales magazine. Kenneth has taken us on a second tour of the setting, from Arkham to Antarctica, from New York to hyperspace, collecting hidden ruins and canny landscapes. Read the Elrich signs and Arkham maps, climb the crags of Kingsport, delve into the deep time, and shine a light over the shadow of Innsmouth. With Haight as your driver, you can't get lost in Lovecraft, unless that's what you want. Cthulhu 101, a beginner's guide to the dreamer of deep, everything you want to know, the shocking truth about Hester, what elder sign is right for you, don't guess, find out now. Cthulhu 101 is squarely aimed at those who are Cthulhu curious, but want to know more. Do you want to know more? Of course you do. Dubious Sharps. Kenneth has exposed the Canine heresy, dug up the secrets of the ruined temple, is now broadcast the suppressed transmissions and ventured through infinite worlds. Now, Kenneth Haight, author of the GURPS Horror 3rd Edition and Nightmares of the Mind, has assembled the Dubious Sharps, an examination of the Cthulhu mythos for gaming and storytelling, deep explorations of the Dragon around Dunwich and other topics, and delve further into horror fiction and its politics, and of course, various other informations. Terror of the Cthulhu, as it says. The Secrets of the Timeless Terror of Cthulhu is back, both in original, suitable for printing, in major and minor arcana of Cthulhu. Adventure into Darkness. What if Lovecraft had wrote a comic book? Let the mythos engulf you. This is 01 Horror Maps from October 21. Digital maps for fantasy, horror, and tabletop role-playing games. 900 pages of beautiful maps and complete adventures. Starter set, $9.95, gets you the village and forests, ruined towns, terrors of Tumbledown Manor, all DM free in PDF. Beat the threshold price of $20.61, level up and get the entire bonus collection with 11 more titles. Pay the minimum price and get Heavenling Village, a base for explorations of the Eerie Forest and ruined town. Got dozens of maps, including the Inn, Cemetery, Emporium, Jail, the Lord's Manor, the Smiths, School and Temple, and the Town Hall. 4 forest maps. You got the Eerie Forest, Red Vampire Inn, Spiderhort Manor, and Zombie Island. 7 ruined town maps. You got the Ruined Town, Falcon Flight, Dungeon 13 of the Undead, Haunting Spectre, the Lone Orc Tower, Old Observatory, and Temple Forms. Terror of Tumbletown Manor, including a 28-page Pathfinder First Edition scenario for 5th level characters using medium XP progression level. What a mouthful. The Tumbledown Manor is a partially ruined and seemingly abandoned manor house in the Erie wilderness with an evil reputation. However, there are caverns beneath, the stories yet to be told. Bonus collection: The Domain of Blood, a Gothic castle, 47 pages, a gigantic fortress with over 100 rooms, including Count Vladimir's drawing book, 20 pages depicting the entire castle in 18 isometric maps, and shows you how the levels all connect. Harker Asylum. Get ready to have your sanity treated by Professor Harker. Abraham Harker himself has disappeared. But of course, it's a virtual box set, 84 color tiles, battlegrounds rendered in full beautiful detail, 66 room templates, and customization options. 5 airy forest adventures. You have the Invisible Hand. Heroes explore the goblin-infested ruins of the Watchtower, an underground temple on Dead Knight Hill, a rocky fort that looms over the Erie Forest, a Dead Reckoning. The ancient peoples of the Erie Forest have built a stone circle to burrow and imprison corruption. Stone Circle and Barrow. Barrow, it's a long time. Barrow, you actually burrow into the hill and you excavate a chamber, and then you seal it. And there's the thing, barrows are throughout England, some of them are very ancient, and actually this is where the legend of the Right comes from. The Barrow Right was the people darkened and misshapen who actually used to live in these burrows and, allegedly feasted on the dead. The English put them to sword, allegedly. Now, when the goblinoid armies raged across the land, one act of treachery released the imprisoned monsters. Now preys on the foolish robbers. Well, Barrow comes from folklore. Yeah, the real legends behind the Barrows and the Barrow Rights. One Night of the Red Vampire. Welcome really for weary travellers of Empire Inns. Stands where the road of Two Fangs meets and the road of the Walking Dead. God. Put up you almost, as you're walking up, you're almost waiting for Cheech to be standing there yelling, "Hey, we got kitty cats, kitty cats of every kind." Black magic. The swamp witch is abducting young people from their homes. Witness as she travels atop a living shadow to and from a hut in the dead swamp. Now you must make your way through the forest to confront the swamp witch. Threads of the Orb Weaver. What connects the recent earthquake in the Erie Forest with the long artifact of the Drow? A young scholar just back from Spiderhort Manor narrowly escaped from spider-like humanoids and the armor shadows. The scholar seeks an explanation in ancient drawings, unaware of the shadows. Follow him. Vampire and Mad Science. 4 maps. City of the Dead, Mad Scientist Lab, Shrunken City, and Vampire Castle. Right, that's it so far for... Oh, somebody's messaged me. Is it relevant? No. I shall continue. Next up, we have D'Artagnan's Kickstarter campaign. D'Artagnan's Lycanthrope Survival Guide, a 5th edition supplement A guide to surviving your encounters with loathsome tropes, be they others or yourself, for 5th edition. What we have is Lone Wolf, $15, PDF copy of the survival guide, creature tokens, high-resolution maps if the final milestone is met. The complete Werebeast guide. You get the survival guide, Werebeast class, creature tokens, and high-resolution maps. With additional add-ons, join the pack, join the hunt, and build a were workshop. Wolfpack gives you everything, including Beguiler, Witch Knights, and the Riftbinder. And the Full Moon Collection everything released on Drive-Thru RPG. Now we have Old Man Gaming, Axiom Games LLC, single mod, an Axiom game system. Axiom Games system is a downloadable tabletop role-playing game. Create any world you want for your next tabletop experience. System that facilitates fast character creation and fast-paced combat while promoting role-playing and a wide variety of characters. Purchase price includes a complete base system, tips for playing and world creation, and a character sheet. Yeah. Purchase off this website. Link in the description below. Next, we have Ava's Adventures, creating content for tabletop adventures. Ava's latest project, Let the Games Begin. 60 D&D mini-games for Dungeons & Dragons. Currently discounted. Available in PDF, softcover, and together. As Game Master, some people do struggle to devise unique encounters and vary their game. Between slaying monsters and delving deep into dangerous dungeons, both characters and players can have a respite by playing the mini-game. Whether it be low-stakes, quirky fun in a tavern, epic, legend-defying tournaments, intriguing games for your adventure. To inspire camaraderie, you have goblin games, tavern games, dice games, street games, tournament games, dungeon games, mazes, magic, battle maps, and rival teams. 5th edition compatible. Last but not least, consider supporting me on Patreon for the low price. You can just join the community and access membership and free content. Become a squire. You have access to all the recruits also have access to role-playing content for Squire, level up, and have access to artworks and gridless maps or gridless battle maps as they become available. And of course, Knights. Thank you and double thank you. Knights get the access to the gridded versions of the maps. As you can see, we have every month new articles. I've written over 100. That's years of content. I think 12 a year. Yeah, over the years, many people have joined, and some have stayed, and many have moved on. I understand most people Look, we have 105 articles and growing. Artwork. Latest is one of the rulers of the empire, Sky Marshal Rebecca Reinhardt. Current map set, we have the temple battle maps, without grid and with, and various videos, including this. Over 200 posts. Please and thank you. Join the community. Help support me so I can make a living. Of course, you could also join buy my books, buy my merch. Thank you all for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you can support me on Ko-Fi, or I have two patrons actually. David T. Applegate, one word, my writing patron, and Future Fantasies, my RPG patron based on my writings. And of course, buy my books, buy my merch. All the links are in my link tree, available in the description below, or my profile, or the QR code on the screen. Please and thank you. I appreciate your time, your kind attention. Please and thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.